Yo, it's your boy Kim, and I'm back again with another video. Today I want to tell you how I went from this to this in 30 days. You're probably wondering what's the difference between those two? Well, it's all in my tone and definition. Before starting this 30-day challenge, I was bulking, trying to gain as much weight and muscle as possible. But you know, what goes along with bulking is excess fat. So I wanted to figure out how I could burn as much as possible without losing any of that muscle. And I wanted to do this because I was going to Jamaica at the end of November, and I wanted to find a way where I didn't have to get rid of, you know what I'm saying, all the muscle that I put on, and I wanted to just tone down so, you know, I could look good on the beach or whatever. This routine is for people that want to burn a moderate amount of fat, not a huge amount. So this routine is not cardio intensive enough, and the meal plan is not as stringent. So this is for people that kind of just want to maintain their muscle and burn a little fat just to bring back a little definition. So the two main things I'm going to go over are my workout routine and the meal suggestions. So I call it a meal suggestion because it's not as stringent as like a real meal plan. I'm gonna just go over some of the main concepts that I use when I'm putting my meals together. Now let's get to the workout. The workout is 6 days a week, and it's not necessarily day specific. So it's not like you're always gonna have to do, you know, chest on Monday and legs on Tuesday. The important thing is to just do it in sequential order. So if you skip like a day of the week and you don't get to work out, don't skip that actual exercise. You just have to do it on the next day that you get to the gym. So the goal is to go at least 6 days out of a 7-day week. Day 1 through 3 of the training program is all about weight and variation of intensity of compound exercises. So your compound exercises are the things like the bench press, your squats, pull-ups. Those are the exercises that activate major muscle groups, all working together to perform like a single motion. In contrast to like an isolation exercise, which is like a bicep curl or something like that, you know, where you just do this and it's only working like the bicep. So day 1 through 3 is all about variation and intensity of compound exercises. So I call this variation and intensity the staircase. So imagine you have a graph with an X and Y axis. So on the Y axis you have reps, and on the X axis you have weight. So the relationship between reps and weight is inverse. So I'm gonna take you back to math class, right? So an inverse relationship means as one variable goes up, the other one goes down. So that's what this is. As the weight goes up, the number of reps you're able to do goes down, and vice versa. So when the weight goes down, you're able to do more reps, you know, because it's easier, because it's not as heavy. And we'll use this relationship between weights and reps coupled with low rest time between reps to build the intensity of the workout. So you'll find that you're pumping up your muscles, but at the same time your heartbeat is racing, and that's what's burning the fat, while at the same time preserving those muscles that you're helping to build up right now. Alright, let's get to the specifics of the routine. Alright, day 1 is compound chest day. So the first exercise is the barbell bench press. Second is the dumbbell incline bench press. Then the barbell decline bench press, followed by a leverage chest press, and then the weighted tricep dips. You want to plan on doing 9 sets per exercise. So for the first set, start off with a weight that will allow you to do at least 20 reps of that exercise in that set. So for the second set, you want to add another 20 pounds, do as many reps as possible. For the third set, you want to add another 20 pounds, do as many reps as possible. And for the fourth set, add another 20. And for the fifth set, add another 20. So once you get to the fifth set, it should be rough to like get anything more than 2 reps out of it. For set 6, you want to match the number of reps that you did in, you know, set 4. For set 7, you want to take off 20 pounds and you want to match the number of reps that you did for set 3. For set 8, you want to match set 2. And for set 9, you should have the same amount of weight on that you did when you started, you know, the exercise, and you want to try to match those reps as much as possible. I'm telling you, by the time you get to set 9, it'll be almost impossible to try to get as many as you did in the beginning. But that's where the progress comes. So as the weeks go on, you'll see that you'll be able to start to match what you did in the beginning of the exercise once you get to the end. All right, for day 2, you want to follow the same logic as you did for day 1. So day 2 is all about legs, so compound leg exercises. So the first exercise is the barbell squat. Then you want to do the leg press. Then you want to do dumbbell walking lunges. So that's when you walk with 2 dumbbells in your hand and try to lunge. So you need like a wide open area to do this. You'll find that they'll put a lot of stress onto your glutes. So this is a good, like, you know what I'm saying, glute exercise along with your thighs. And then you want to end it with the barbell deadlift. So like I said, you want to follow the same staircase routine that you did for day 1. Day 3 is the last of the compound days, and day 3 will be focusing on the back. Exercise 1 is the barbell bent over row. Number 2 is weighted pull-ups. So you want to find you a weighted belt that will allow you to attach plates to it. Number 3 is the barbell bent over 2-arm row. Number 4, close grip lat pull down. And number 5 is standing calf raises, since we haven't put much emphasis on the calves up until this point. Now we're done with the compound days, days 1 through 3. By this point, you should be wore the out because that shit was intense. And that intensity is exactly what you wanted, because that's what's burning those calories, getting that fat off, but at the same time preserving as much muscle as possible. Now days 4 and 5 are all about drop sets. So drop sets is a way to describe doing 2 or more exercises one after another, and it's beneficial because it makes your workout go by faster and it's more intense. So for example, if I do 20 push-ups, then as soon as I'm done with the push-ups, I go do some pull-ups. I count that as 1 set. And then for the next set, I do another 20 push-ups and then another 20 pull-ups. That's my second set. Then the third set, I do 20 push-ups and another 20 pull-ups. So that's called a drop set, when I'm doing 2 exercises at the same time, and it's pretty intense, and you'll find that that's a good way to get your heart rate going and build muscle. Day 4 is all about triceps, abs, and shoulders. It consists of 12 different exercises, with each exercise being linked to another one. So for example, the bench dip is linked to the exercise ball crunch. The dumbbell seated press is linked to the hanging pike, and so on and so forth. So the important thing is you want to have a 30-second rest between each set, and you don't want to go above or beyond that, because that 30-second rest is what really puts the intensity in the workout. So for example, we'll start off with a bench dip. I'll do 10-15 reps of that, then immediately run over to my exercise ball, do 35 reps of that. So that's my first set. I'm going to rest for 30 seconds, then I'm going to go back to it. And I'm going to do another 10-15 reps of the bench dip and run over to my exercise ball crunch and do 35 reps of that, rest for another 30 seconds. So that's how you want to progress through these workouts. Day 5 is all about biceps, calves, and glutes, and you'll see the exercises listed here. And you want to keep the same basic logic as day 4, doing drop sets of the exercises, 30-second rest between. And that concludes days 1 through 5, which are your main muscle building days. So for day 6, I call it do whatever you want in terms of cardio. So day 6 is all about cardio. You want to set aside 1.5 hours that day just to do cardio. You want to include at least 2 monotonous cardio activities. So those are the things that don't require much attention. So things like, the exercise bike, an elliptical, a treadmill, a Stairmaster. So do at least 2 of those things. You also want to have at least 1 high intensity interval training routine. I made a video about one. I call it the CAMS 4 square method. Check out that video if you want, or you could just search up some other ones. And then you want to do at least 1 muscle building intense exercise. So I got 1 routine from Athlean X. So he's like a legendary workout dude from YouTube. I've been watching him since like 2010. So basically, he got this thing called the Athlean 400, where you try to do 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats, all in 15 minutes or less. So you want to try to beat yourself each week to do 400, different reps of these exercises in less than 15 minutes. Now let's talk about meal suggestions. So for 3 days out the week, you pick the days, it doesn't really matter. You want to eat 5 or 6 times out that day. 2 of those meals need to be like larger meals, so that's typically like your lunch and dinner, but the rest of them should just be like small snacks. So for me, I might eat some boiled eggs in the morning, an apple for another snack, and then I'll have lunch, then eat some more snacks, and then I'll have my dinner at night. 2 days out the week, you want to do 12-hour fasts. So that means go a 12-hour period without eating anything large. So I should call it a 12-hour low-calorie fast. So basically what I do is just like have small snacks throughout the day, and then I won't have a big meal until it's dinner time. So I'll just snack on like protein bars. I'll eat some, boiled eggs or apples, fruit cups. That's the type of stuff I'll eat throughout the day. Then I'll have like a major meal at dinner. And for each of the major meals, no matter what the day is, you want to make sure you have like a major source of protein. So like some salmon or tilapia or tuna or chicken or turkey or something like that. That's how you want to get as much protein as possible. And you might want to look into getting a protein shake. So I use like a vegan protein powder I found at Whole Foods. So that's the type of stuff you want to do to make sure that you're getting all the calories, all the good calories that you need out of your meals throughout the day. And for the last 2 days of the week, so typically for me, that's like Saturday and Sunday, since I don't ever have like a set schedule. Sometimes I'm out of town, might be out the country, so I can't eat like I want to do. I just make sure to like follow a few guidelines. So I just make sure to have at least 30 grams of protein from like a protein bar or like a protein shake, and just make sure I have like a major meal in that day that includes a major source of protein, like some fish or chicken or something like that. So for those 2 days, I don't really have like a strict, meal plan set out. I just kind of follow a few rules to make sure that I'm getting what I need. And that's really all I got about food. No, it's not really specific, but that's because I'm not being very specific with my food right now. Like I said, it's not like a stringent meal plan. I just kind of follow some rules. But if you got any questions about things that I eat, just let me know. I'm more than willing to answer them. If you have questions about anything in general, just let me know. I'll answer it. And that's all I got for you today. Hopefully that helped. Let me know how it goes for you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. It's Cam Porter, and I'm out.